Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs podcast. We've got a bonus episode today, Andy.
Yep.
We've got a special guest, Rickey Foggie, the head coach of the new Minnesota Myth Arena football team. Rickey will be on the show today talking. The coach will be on talking about the upcoming season, the 10-game season, the location, how it all rolls into, and it competes with the other spring leagues. We'll talk about that. Welcome to the show, Coach Foggie.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. What we do on our show, Andy, it's common that, of course we cover the NFL, but our show has also been one that doesn't mind to jump into the USFL. We don't mind to jump into the United Football League, the XFL. We cover those kinds of things because there's not a lot of shows out there that present those types of sports, and especially arena. We've even covered some arena now. Coach Foggie, did the Arena Football League go through a reboot? Is this a brand new leadership here when the 2024 season that's taking over for the whole league?
Yes, it definitely is. I'm not quite sure what year the original Arena Football folded. I'm thinking maybe 2017, 2018. It went bankrupt around there. And yeah, this is a total new ownership under Lee Hutton. He also have a partner that went out and got this league from out of bankruptcy and started anew. So what we're trying to do is duplicate the original Arena Football League as much as possible because it's a very exciting football game.
Now, you yourself played back in 1996 with the Minnesota Fighting Pike as a quarterback when the league was first, when Minnesota first had that team as a quarterback, and then they folded. They only lasted 1 year. So this is a tough business model, first of all, but there's a lot of interest out there. There's 16 teams in this league. I know we're excited about it. How about yourself as a coach and your staff?
We're elated. I was like you say, played arena football, and then I coached it for a number of years and been in high school football here in the state of Minnesota. And after 2 seasons ago, after coaching at De La Salle, I just thought I had fulfilled my need of, giving back to the community, put my time in as a football coach and kind of just walked away. And then all of a sudden I seen Lee Hutton at a golf fundraiser because Lee is also a former Minnesota Golden Gopher. He said that, he had the inkling of wanting to bring the Arena Football League back into existence. And from that standpoint, I let him know that, if he was going to get a team in Minnesota, I would definitely have some interest in being the head coach of the football team. And, and lo and behold, it all came to an existence. We got a team here in Minnesota. I was able to get an interview by Miss Hutton, Diana Hutton, our team owner. And, fortunate enough, she did hire me. So we're very excited about arena football. We know as a coaching staff and how exciting this game can be. I think with my experience and with my defensive coordinator, Jeff Lutz, with his experience, who was actually a quarterback in Arena Football League, but he wanted to be a part of this organization so bad that, I told him, naturally I'm going to be calling plays. So the only thing you can do, Jeff, is you can be the defensive coordinator. He jumped on it right away. So we're excited. It's a great product. It's not been here, like you said, since 1996. So we got to reintroduce this back to the fans. We know it's going to be a tough sell, but we're up to the fight.
Yeah. Any questions, Andy? Andy for Coach?
Yeah. Look at not the schedule, but you got the 16 teams. So I'm assuming what other division is in your conference, if you will? The South Division or Central?
I wish we was in the Central Division, but they put us in the East with Albany, who's been in arena football. I don't even think they ever went away. I think even after the Arena League folded, they stayed in existence in some indoor football leagues. I know we're in with Nashville and a couple other teams. I don't have the schedule.
Philadelphia is in your division too. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Soul.
Philadelphia. So we're in a very competitive division, and so I kind of winked my eye at Lee when that schedule came out. With his wife being the owner, he should have hooked us up, but we'll, we'll be ready.
Yeah, two things here just for the listening audience. The schedule is a 10-game regular season schedule. There's no exhibition or preseason. It's just 5 home games, 5 road games. Is that correct, Coach?
Yeah, and so which is a good thing. We're like I said, we're trying to get this league up and going. I think a 10-game schedule is really good to see how we can get this first year off. 5 home games. Our first road game is in Nashville on the 27th of April. That's going to be really exciting. I got probably half of my hometown driving over from South Carolina to watch that game. So our first home game is here in Minneapolis in the Target Center on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. That'll be another exciting first home game for us. But no, I see the 10-game schedule is to, get these players who haven't predominantly been in arena football, get them acclimated. And I think it's a good number for our first year because you really don't want to overdo this thing. You want to get it reintroduced, get people acclimated that we're back, and keep the excitement going.
Yeah, Target Center is going to be the host for the home games. They're going to retrofit that and put the artificial turf down and play some football there with the netting and the small goalposts and whatnot. They also announced, Coach, that the Arena Bowl championship game will be hosted right here at Target Center. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, I think it's awesome. I just don't want to put too much pressure on my players thinking that we're going to be there yet, being our first year. So, no, I think it's great. The Arena Football League office is here. I think that also played a part in, Minneapolis hosting the Arena Bowl. And plus, we just had the Big Ten tournament here, the ladies and the guys. So Minneapolis and St. Paul is hopping. And so what better time and what better place to host the Arena Bowl?
Yeah, that's excellent to get that right off the bat. Now, when it comes to spring football, Coach, how does the Arena Football League compare or compete with the UFL? I know we're going to get a lot of those kinds of questions. Are they competitors or is it a different brand of football altogether? For those asking, how do we answer that question?
I think it's totally different. If you ever witnessed an arena football game, you kind of imagine it being inside of a hockey arena, right? And then you throw some pads around the wall, and you throw the turf down. And like you said previously, you got the 2 big nets up there. So, and the fans are literally right on top of the game. Like you're right on top of the players, you're right on top of the field. And so it's a totally different game. Our clock don't stop until under 2 minutes. So it's a faster paced game. You can be in and out of our arena in probably 2 to 2.5 hours. So the length of the games are not long and boring. That's a good thing. It's an offensive game. As a player, I put up 90 points in the game when I was in New Jersey Red Dogs. We had to because the other team had 85. So it's a fast-paced game. If your quarterback have an errant pass and it goes out of bounds, which out of bounds are the padded walls, the fans get to keep the football. And so we have a lot of more excitement to our game, and definitely not taking anything away from the UFL because what these leagues do, I think people fail to realize is they give players more opportunities to play. They give coaches more opportunities to coach, like myself. And it's just another avenue for so many players that wants to continue their career that didn't make it to the NFL or didn't make it to the Canadian Football League. So you don't want to see it as a rivalry because you want everybody to be employed. Like it's great for people who like the outdoor game, and it'll be great for the people who like the indoor game. So I think it's a win-win for players, coaches, and fans.
Here in Minnesota, we got the smaller schools like 9-man football, or in Iowa, they have like 6-man. So with the smaller teams, it's kind of the same concept of the small school football, correct? With number of players. Not.
It is, but the only difference is that these are grown men out here on the field.
Yeah.
These ain't no high school kids. But
Right.
but you're right. Because the field is 50 yards long, and I think it's probably 25, 28 yards wide. We do have to reduce the numbers, so we're 8-on-8. I think the one biggest difference offensively is you get one receiver that gets high motion. So you got a guy that gets a 10-yard start and he's coming running downhill, and you're gonna ask your defensive back to cover this guy.
Yeah.
So that's why one reason it favors the offense, because it's an offensive minded game, and we like to score a lot of points. So that's why I like calling plays.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Let's see here. So now you've got the owner here for the Myth team is Deanna, which is, I think I read somewhere, she's the first in the big of all the big sports to be the sole Latina owner of any of the big 4 or 5 sports nationwide. Is she the first one to be a sole owner as a Latina person?
She is, and
That's awesome.
It is within itself. Everything changes, right? And I think the bottom line is that you have to have an opportunity. So she had an opportunity, and you also got to have deep pockets. So, so she had an opportunity. She had the means to purchase this team. So we're grateful for it, for sure. I think that'll bring a little more exposure to our football team. It's not going to help us win or help us lose, but it will with her. She's a very vibrant young lady. She has a lot of energy. She knows her craft. She wants to win football games, and she loved to design her logo.
Oh, did she do it?
Maybe. Okay.
I love it.
That's
You see it?
The logo.
Yep.
Yes, she designed it. That's excellent. I was going to ask you about that next.
King logo.
It's a great brand, great logo, and it says here when she did as announced as the team owner, she's going to focus on community engagement. This is not just a regular pro football team, but it's going to bring people together to celebrate not only sports and football, but connection and community. She wrote in her press release, and that's going to be a fun thing to go through here in the state of Minnesota to bring this back. It's going to be quite exciting, I think.
I think so too, because I think we do have probably the biggest market, and so and I think the timing is right with the weather. Springtime into the summer, let the young folks get out, and like you say, she does. She wants to do community engagement. We've been out already the last month or two, getting people involved, and we're going to continue to do that even during the training camp and the regular seasons. And so that's a good thing. Like she wants to hit on things that the bigger pro sports teams may not have an opportunity to do, right? So she's a Latino female owner, so she wants to hit that market. She's being a female owner, she wants to hit the females, and the little girls and get them to come to the game. She wants to tailgates like the college game day kind of atmosphere. And so she has many ideals. That's why I'm glad I just get the coach.
Got in the bottom floor there. That's right.
It's a good fit. I think the program, what they've got. The other thing is the TV schedule. And so what the Arena League has done is going to be broadcasting games on a weekly basis, national TV on Saturdays and Sundays. And also Thursday. I think Thursday is the big night that they're going to get all the attention to themselves. They're not going to be competing with anything else. And it's going to bring some good exposure even on the NFL Network and others. Yeah.
So what that really does is let us know and let other people that's been doubting this league, right? So to be able to, in your first year, to get the NFL Network to carry almost 30 games, I mean, that's legit. And because, people don't really want to think this is going to go through because it's new. It's like something that's coming back. So everybody have their doubts. And so one way to clear those doubts is like getting an NFL Network TV contract. So it makes us real. Like now if people can start watching us grow and believe in our product and want to purchase tickets and want to be a part of our football program with sponsorships. And so it's a real thing. We're looking forward to it. We go to training camp in 2 weeks, and I just can't wait.
Can people get tickets online right now for the games on the website?
Yes, sir. You can go to minnesotamyth.com, and you can purchase your season tickets, regular game tickets, and also we have our merchandise up on our website. So head over and get some stuff.
All right.
That's some good. It's some good information there about the league, the TV schedule. I like the fact that the 10-game schedule that makes it easy. It's not too invested for the fan and for everyone. It's not a drawn out league season. It's nice and clean. I like that. As you can see there, if you can see the screen, the coach there, Foggie, on the screen here with the JPEG image. And like you said, you got the full staff. Training camp kicks off in 2 weeks. And what does the size of the roster look like then when season kicks off? What is the size of an arena team roster?
Okay, so we get to bring in 35 to our training camp. And so probably go through about 2 weeks, and then we'll cut down to a 24-man roster. We'll have a 21 active, and then we'll have a 3 inactive roster. So, it's a manageable size. Again, it's arena football, not 53 guys like the NFL. So it's a good number. The one thing about arena football, if people and fans don't know, like there'll be some players that may not get to sit on the bench. I'm saying meaning they have to go both ways. So in arena football, it's Iron Man. You get 2 defensive specialists, which is usually your 2 best defensive backs, and they just play defense. And then you get 2 offensive specialists, one being your best receiver and the quarterback. And now everybody else, the other 6 guys have to play offense, and the other 6 guys have to play defense. So it's an Iron Man league. Guys got to be in shape, and because I play with some guys who didn't want to come out the field. And so it's a great game.
Now the kicker is kind of a specialist too. He's not going to be like a kicker and running back or kicker and receiver. Your kicker is just the kicker, right?
Yes, but you have to be careful when you say him, because we have a lady kicker coming in the training camp.
Nice.
From out of California.
Okay.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I watched her on film, and right when I seen her, I called her, and she go, "Coach, I can kick. I want to come in. I don't want no gimmicks. Because she's a female."
Right.
I go, no chance. I mean, if you want to come in, I got a contract offer for you, and it's all about football, because we ain't got time for no gimmicks. I want to put a good football team together. So she's coming in to compete, and with another guy, Drew Pearson from Drew from Wisconsin, the area, and so we're gonna let them battle it out.
Wonderful. That's great to hear. We covered a lot of ladies sports on here, and the gals sports. In fact, I filled out my women's bracket earlier, and sorry, I got Iowa beating South Carolina in the finals.
You must be crazy. There's no chance Iowa's going to beat South Carolina. First of all, I am from South Carolina.
That's why I apologize when I said I got Iowa beating South Carolina.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Come on now.
Nope.
Should be a good game, good tournament.
Now, Ricky, the last thing I was going to say here on the show is I do have my T-shirt up there when I attempted my tryout with the Minnesota Fighting Pike back in 1996 as a receiver. If you see that, my number was 445 there in the tryouts. Didn't make the team, obviously, but they had some tryouts, and I've got that shirt hanging up there in my memorial memorabilia stuff with my sports. So I've always been a big fan of yourself as a Golden Gopher as well, but it's nice to see you heading up here and heading up the team here for the Myth. I love the team, love the logo. Yep. Great job by Deanna there.
No question about it. And I think at the end of the day, I think we recruited some solid guys that's going to be great for us on the field, but also off the field. Like I said, we want to get our guys involved in the community. Miss Hutton wants to be involved, and just overall, I'm not putting a whole pressure thing that we're gonna win 6 or 7 games our first year. everybody know the first year is tough.
Yep.
But the one thing we can control, we can coach our guys up. We can teach them the fundamentals of arena football. We can have them prepared to play physically and mentally, and then just go out there and let them cut loose on the football field.
Great.
Well, looking forward to the season. Thanks again for your time. Any other questions, Andy?
No, Coach, just good luck this year, and we'll try to catch you at a game down there this time.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for your
Hey,
time,
Coach.
Rickey. Have a good one.
Thank you.